Welcome to my Ironman challenge where frustration is my goal. The twist, I can't use any items that are in any collection log until I receive the pet in that very same log. Zora, raids, even the fire cape, all locked behind elusive pets with drop rates that can be in the thousands. Each drop I earn will taunt me from my bank. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is my very first time playing as an Ironman ever. Alright, first things first, I'm out of Tutorial Island. I've got the account name set already to Pet Peeve, that is the name of the series, and I'm ready to get started. It's been a long time since I've actually played on a fresh account, and this is actually my first time playing as an Ironman of any kind, so I'm going to be learning a lot, I'm sure, but most importantly, I'm just trying to have as much fun as possible. One of the important things for me for starting this series is to have a clear set of rules that are as easy to understand as possible. The rules are as follows. Number 1, I can't use any items or gear drops until I unlock the pet from that boss. If an item appears in the collection log but does not have a pet, then I can use it. For example, if I go to Wintertodt and I obtain Pyromancer robes, I can't equip them unless I actually get the Phoenix pet. If there is no pet in a collection log, then I will be able to use those items. Number 2, for items dropped by multiple bosses, like the Dragon Pickaxe or the Dragon Axe, only one pet is required to unlock it. Items like the Voidwaker are excluded. Number 3, unique drops from skilling or minigame bosses are also locked until I obtain their pets. Number 4, I can do group content, but no boosting of any kind is allowed. I'll make sure to leave the rules in the description down below. First things first though, I gotta bond up my account from my main. Now for season 1, my big goal is going to be, whoa, slow down. First, I need to get out of the early game grind. So here's the plan for now. I'm gonna complete as many quests as possible to quickly level my skills and work towards Barrows gloves, which requires recipe for disaster and 175 quest points. I'm also going to prep for Barrows, and while the requirements aren't too tough, I'll need to farm some decent gear and supplies to make the grind a little bit easier. Morytania hard diaries is another thing I want to focus on. This ties into Barrows prep and comes with great benefits, which I'll cover later on in the video. There's no better quest to start off with than Cook's Assistant. No great exchange for me this time though. It's gonna be an interesting experience for me to gather everything myself for the first time ever for every quest out there. Ooh, okay, first random event already, and it's the count check. That's literally just free XP right there. I want to use this on Herblore first, but I can't do it just yet because I need to complete the druidic ritual quest first. Now, I've been told that the most important skill to use lamps on, as an Ironman at least, is Herblore, so it looks like I'm just going to keep this in my inventory for now until I can actually use it. May as well start Sheep Shearer quest while I'm here doing Cook's Assistant. Quest completed and Sheep Shearer done. Now as I complete quests, you're gonna notice my skills leveling quite quickly with very little effort. I did stop by the Arceus library to train my magic to level 45. This will help out with some teleports later on, just to help me get around the game once I start getting some runes. I used the lamps that I got from the Clients of Corinne quest on agility. I thought it would help with stamina regen because I forgot how good I had it on the main with 99 agility. I did also stop by the Stronghold of Security, of course, picked up my boots along with the 10,000 GP. I even stopped by to help Romeo out. Well, kinda. After that, I went to the Varrock Museum, did the quiz, and got myself level 9 Slayer and Hunter, as well as got some free construction levels with another quest. And I even gained the ability to own and raise cats. This will be important later on. Completed Witch's House and got a big boost in my hit points level. This should totally help me out from not dying too early. All right, what is this? Ooh, 25 hit points. Huge, actually. That's gonna be nice so I don't die. And we finished Druidic Ritual so I can use the lamps that I've gotten from random events right onto Herblore. After some questing, I did take a small break to train my woodcutting and firemaking levels so that I can do what every fresh Ironman account does and head over to Wintertodt. But the reason I'm doing Wintertodt right now is to earn a bit of GP while also trying to see if I can get some nice supplies for future use. And Wintertodt does have the Phoenix pet, so you never know how lucky someone can be. Maybe that could be the first pet of the account, which would unlock the Pyromancer robes for me if I actually got one. It would even unlock the Dragon Axe if I got that lucky and got both of them so early. But Wintertodt is pretty easy. I typically do solos just to earn more points. There we go. First game done. Oh, look, combat achievements done. Let's go. Oh, we got something. Broom a torch. Our first collection log. And a whole bunch of other things, too. We actually got something, though, but we can't use it. 19k gold. Not bad. Not bad overall. All right, that goes into the bank. For items that I can't use, I'll just start that right there. At Wintertodt, I do like to aim for 15,000 points each game. And the reason why is that after 500 points, you get 2 reward rolls. And every extra 500 points adds another roll. With 15,000 points, I get about 30 rolls per game. But the rewards do scale with your skill levels like herb lore, fishing, and mining. So unfortunately for my early game levels, I won't get too much, but there's still a 1 in 5 chance to get anywhere between 2,000 and 5,000 gold per roll. It's not a lot, but it adds up fast, and that GP is huge for the questing I plan to dive into soon. I did manage to receive 2 pieces of the Pyromancer set, but since I don't have the Phoenix pet, they go straight into the bank in the tab of items that I cannot touch. Speaking of quests, let's get some more of that done. Yeah, all these quests right here on screen, I did all of these. Look at all these quests I finished. I even spent a whole 15 minutes flinching this damn tree for the fairy tale quest, but worth it. Got myself a rune axe from these tree spirits and even spent 32,000 gold on a rune pickaxe for later. And after some time, I realized that I haven't completed an extremely important thing for early accounts, the easy Arty achievement diaries, which once completed rewards me with an Arty cloak 1. And the reason why this is so important is that it's a free teleport to the monastery, which has a prayer altar, and it's kind of close to the Arty bank. It's also the closest teleport that I have to a fairy ring. I also got an XP lamp that will reward me with 2,500 XP. However, I can only use it in skills that are level 30 or over. So I'm gonna hold on to this until I get my herb lore to level 30. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. All right, we have 158 rewards to pool. Collection log is looking like this. Where is it at? I'm blind. 7 Wintertodt kills, 157 rewards claimed with another 158 on the way. Missing pet, tome, pyro pieces, and axe. Obviously, the pieces that I have, that I've gotten, I can't use because of the rules. I need to get the Phoenix pet in order to use anything. So let's just get the pet. Wait, Main just said he got the Dragon Axe? What? Holy shit. Yo, Pyromancer robes that I can't use, said. Oh, and I've gotten 38k. Good, I need the money. I need the gold. Yo, Pyro boots I can't use. Please, where's the Phoenix? It's like a 1 in 5,000 chance, but, oh my god, did I just finish Pyro? I think I just finished Pyro. I did. I don't even have full Pyromancer set on the main, which is the funniest part. I can't even use them. Would be nice. No lucky this time on pet. No Dragon Axe either. No tome, but not bad. Wait, how much gold did I end up getting? I'm up to 120k now, so that's nice. That's good. That's good. I needed the money. I spent a lot of money earlier today on a rune pickaxe, but not too bad overall. Pyromancer never gonna get equipped? Probably. Hey, but not bad. Wintertodt actually pretty good. 77 fire making, 52 wood cutting, 47 fletching, 42 construction. The one thing I'm kind of excited about for this account for my restrictions is to, like, long term see all the items that go into here. I'm very curious what this is gonna look like long term, especially when I get to bosses that drop a lot of money, like when I go to God Wars, when I go to DKs and all that kind of stuff. I'm very curious what this tab is going to turn into long term. Like, imagine I go through God Wars bosses and I go dry for each one of them. Can you imagine the loot that's going to be stacked up in here? After completing a bit more quest, I started working on training a few skills, starting with mining. It's a great AFK skill, and I eventually want full prospector, which cost 180 golden nuggets. I'll also need a coal in gym bag later, costing another 200 nuggets. I also started training agility, getting to 50 and then 60, and finally earned enough marks of grace to grab full graceful. Reduced weight? Check. Run longer? Check. Fix my life outside of RuneScape? Still working on that. Stamina potions would be nice, but my herb lore level said not today. Fishing's been a real chill grind as well, and I'm stocking up on food for PVMing and quests, and while fishing, I hooked my first medium clue. I was hoping for some ranger boots, but no luck this time. Alright, I had to do something important. I had to go and complete the Corendon Cabos diaries. Just the easy ones, obviously, since that's like the only thing that I can do right now currently. But once I do this, I now will have access to a specific place to where I can cook my food. All right, talking to Elise here should get me a blessing, I believe. Oh, and, oh shit, I forgot I gotta get antique lamps. Okay, so that just -1 inventory slot for me, I guess, for a while. I totally forgot about that. I gotta save it for herb lore. But for now, I got a lot of fish to cook, so I'm gonna head back over to the bank and cooking range right here and cook all my food. All right, I have almost 3,000 raw tuna and 2,400 swordfish to cook. This should last me quite a long time and should hopefully get me around 70 cooking, I believe. I'm going to need a lot of food later on as I prep for doing more quests and, of course, eventually getting to Barrows to get some early gear and all that kind of stuff. Well, I wouldn't say early gear, but mid-game kind of gear for me later on. Still trying to decide exactly my course of action here to getting to Barrows, but I need to work towards Barrows, and just having food is just going to help with a lot of things. Now, the reason why I wanted to do the diaries right there for this is because this kitchen, specifically this cooking range in this area, with the Corinne Easy diaries completed, I'll burn 5% less food, so it'll help, and every little bit matters, to be honest. I finished up fishing after cooking all of my fish, ending up with about 5,000 total, hopefully enough to last me a little while. I did hit a bit of a snag while trying to start the recruitment drive quest. To start the quest, you need nothing equipped and nothing in your inventory. I have been carrying around a couple of experience lamps for herb lore since I can't use them until I'm level 30. I don't want to use them for anything else, so I had to grind out herb lore. The only solution that came to mind was chaos druids. Of course, I needed a proper weapon to take them on, so it was off to ZMI Altar to hunt down a rune scimitar from Zamorak warriors. They have a drop rate of 1 in 50, so luckily it didn't take me too long. With my rune scimitar finally in hand, I headed into the wilderness to take on chaos druids. Their drop table is basically an herb lore starter kit, and I needed a couple hundred herbs to push my herb lore level to 30 by making a bunch of attack and energy potions. After a few hours, I got enough herbs for what I needed. One more. Hey, there we go. 30 herb lore, 100% worth. I don't think I'm ever going to use these energy potions, but now I have 37 of them. But now I can actually use this. Antique lamps go straight to herb lore. Let's see what level it gets us. Probably like maybe 2. 25 herb lore XP. There's a level. And another 2,500 herb lore XP. Ooh, 33. We got 3 levels off of that. Even better. That means all future lamps that I get, all the easy ones at least, for now until I get higher levels, will go directly into herb lore. Happy about that. Now I can get back to questing. Really important quest here. Tears of Guthix now completed. Let me go ahead and do my first run of the account. Only 66 tears collected. That kind of seems pretty bad. I don't have a lot of quests done at this point, but 7 rune crafting obtained. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Quick stop at the Varrock Museum after some questing, and I have a few XP lamps to use, and you guessed it, they're all going into herb lore. 1k XP each for 3,000 herb lore XP total, but every little bit helps. Hey, 50 thieving, we're done. I can leave here for now. I can go do my next plan, which is to get the rogue's outfit, and then I can go get some jewelry, and hopefully get started on making some dueling rings and games necklaces and all that kind of stuff. Let's see how long this takes, though. Ooh. Oh, you can actually choose now? That's a thing? I didn't know that was a thing now. Hey, rogue mask. And I'm pretty sure I can use this. Hold on, let me check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no pet. We're good. Oh, I failed it! Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god, game. I swear. Okay, game. Alright, let's try the other side. There's no traps on the ground, right? I failed that one the last, like, 9 times. Surely this one. Man. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do... Why did I... Okay. I thought I was at the right angle to throw it at the beginning, but my character kept running, so I was like, oh shit, and I kept going. Let's do this side now. I think last time I did one of those. Okay. I finally didn't fail one, and I didn't even get an outfit piece. Come on, game. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, we got one, finally. Jesus. How many was that? That's 16, and this is my second one. I got the first piece at the very first run, and we finally get our second piece. Imagine I click on Rogue's Kit. I would have just ended the stream. I got the mask. Give me the top. 2 out of 5 now. Oh my god, we got 2 pieces in a row? That's good. Now just not click the wrong thing. Got that, got that. Give me the pants. We're good. Oh my god, we got 3 in a row, guys. Let's not go dry for the gloves now, game, please. All right, last piece, last piece. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Motherfucker. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Man. All right, we're going to go another 10 dry. Oh, thank God we're done. It took me 21 tries. Gloves. Yes. Okay, that's what I wanted. With the Rogue's outfit acquired, I can now take this straight over to the Ham hideout, and inside this trapdoor is where you'll find the Ham storerooms. My plan is to get a ton of jewelry here that I can turn into dueling rings and games necklaces for teleports. With the Rogue's outfit equipped, you can steal from the guards, and you get 2 keys with the outfit since it doubles the loot that you obtain. After you get a full inventory of keys, just head into one of the 4 small rooms with a chest inside. Each key is for a different chest, but it doesn't take too long to get to each one, and just kind of spam click it and fill your inventory up with jewelry. And then all I gotta do later on is just enchant them for dueling rings and games necklaces. After collecting a hefty pile of big bones from giants earlier, I took a trip to the Ectofuntus, and if you've never used it, think of it as the most tedious way to train prayer, but hey, the experience is worth it. After some time, I hit 43 prayer and even walked away with a nice stack of Ecto tokens. I did spend some time at Tithe Farm. A few hours later, I managed to hit 53 farming, checking off a requirement for the Morytania hard diary. And while I was there, I spent 50 points on Auto Weed, the single greatest quality of life upgrade for any farmer. No more annoying weeds cluttering up my patches. It's like finally having a Roomba for your crops. I would like to buy the herb sack. It's 250 points, which I currently have enough for, but sadly I need 58 Slayer before it even lets me buy it. Completed more portions of Recipe for a Disaster. I don't even want to tell you guys how long it took me to kill the jungle demon with bone bolts during Monkey Madness 1, but man, was it worth it to get so much XP afterwards in my combat skills. Started progress with the Fremnick storyline, and even got myself the Crystal Saw, which is going to be amazing later on when I start working on upgrading my POH. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten to get to the dig site to begin my birdhouse runs. And there we go. Promotion to Proselyte. That's why we did this one. There we go. RIP 25k. But we get Proselyte, which is good for prayer. It's 18 prayer bonus right there alone. And it's basically the equivalent of, I think, Addy armor, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be good for a little while. Damn, I'm down to 14k gold though. It's so sad. Quests have taken all of my money, I swear. I do want to work on Slayer though. I think I need, it was 58, right? I need 40 Slayer for mediums at least. Sorry, 42. And then a few quests. But 58 eventually for the hard tier. Between knocking out a few more quests and training Slayer, a milestone snuck up on me. My first kitten finally grew into a full-fledged cat. I raised him from a tiny, meowing bundle of fur, named him Jeffrey, of course. Jeffrey was the perfect companion, lovable, full of zoomies, and always down for some chin scratches. Truly, the best friend I could ever. Sold for 200 death runes. Moving on, I decided it was time for a fresh start. Say hello to Jeffrey number 2. Together, we ventured into the wilds of Gielinor, ready to create new memories and bond like never before. Also sold for 200 death runes. Look, it's not my fault Gertrude doesn't ask questions when I keep coming back for replacements. Thanks for the new cat, Gertrude, and for the death runes. Alright, for real this time. This next kitten, they're staying with me. Probably. I wonder how many death runes I'll need for my Barrows grind. Still training some Slayer. I just so happened to get the Dr. Jekyll random event, and thanks to the herb drops from Basilisk, I had the right herb to give him. He gave me a 4-dose agility potion, which is the exact potion I need for the Taibwao Wanai quest later on. Hero's quest is completed, and I now have access to a shop that can sell me a dragon battle axe and a dragon mace. Downstairs, there's a fountain of rune, which is where I'm going to be charging my glories later on when I actually get one. I did also spend some time at the agility pyramid since my cash stack was only 8k, and at the end of each agility pyramid run, you get a pyramid top which you could sell to the NPC for 10,000 gold each. Got myself 250k and headed over to Apatol to get a dragon scimitar, as well as headed to Xanaris to get a dragon dagger. Got 48 Slayer, which allows me to begin Perilous Moons quest, which is going to unlock something very important for me. But first I had to complete Twilight's Promise. Now the important thing about Perilous Moons right now isn't the quest itself. In fact, I don't even need to complete the quest to gain access to calcified rocks. This is an amazing AFK mining training area where you receive blessed bone shards, which are stackable in your inventory. And each bone shard is worth 5 or 6 prayer experience each, depending on the method I'll show you later on in this video. But this is going to be my way of getting to 70 prayer. I'm going to need just over 100,000 of these blessed bone shards, but I promise you this method is absolutely amazing when you see how fast it goes. You do need a lot of jugs of wine, and as an Ironman, luckily there's a shop in Civitas Illa Fortis where you can buy an infinite amount of wine from. Once you have jugs of wine, you want to teleport from the Hunter's Guild to the Renew Bird and teleport to the Tiamat. From there, you must run to the exposed altar and click it to bless your entire inventory of wine. From there, run to this pool and spam click it. Each jug of wine will let you use 400 blessed bone shards, using 100 at a time, and at 5 XP each, this is 500 prayer XP drops. I did this to get myself 50 prayer for now, but I'll be back later on for 70 prayer when I have enough shards. I've also been spending some time training Hunter with birdhouse runs and Hunter rumors. The goal is to get 72 Hunter so I can craft a Hunter's Sunlight crossbow. An amazing early to mid-game crossbow I plan on using on Arams for Barrows runs. It's also just a solid ranged weapon for other PVM goals, and I'm sure there will be some bosses I use it on as well. Hunter rumors are the perfect way to level up Hunter. It's like Slayer, but for your Hunter skill. Every time you complete a task, you earn a Hunter's loot sack. There are 4 tiers of loot sacks, and I was only able to do basic and adept rumors. There is a 1 in 1,000 chance to receive the Quetzin pet, but that pet is locked behind expert and master loot sacks only. But I did receive some cool rewards either way. I received 2 pieces of the Hunter's outfit, but since I can't get the pet, I can't wear them yet. Now the loot from these sacks is fantastic. I've opened 125 total Hunter loot sacks, and the first thing I got was an upgrade to the Quetzal Whistle, which provides me with more teleport charges to get to the Hunter's Guild. After opening up everything, I received almost 4 million GP worth of supplies, lots of herbs, and 263 bird nests that I'll turn into Cerebrews later. Keep in mind, this is just from basic and adept rumors. Expert and the master rumors give way more loot. So once I can tackle those in the future, the rewards are just gonna get even better. I even got just over 11,000 blessed bone shards for my prayer trading later. But look at all this loot. Amazing. Even 76,000 gold, which is nice. Now, in order for me to make the Hunter's Sunlight crossbow, I do also need 74 fletching. So I completed Rum Deal and Cabin Fever quests, as this unlocks trouble brewing for me and my main method of training fletching to 74. It's essentially a free and fairly fast way to train fletching at early levels. After a few hours or so, I got to 74, and with that, I can now make my big ranged weapon upgrade. I do need to get some more materials to actually make the bolts for it, but this was a big goal of mine before heading to Barrows. All right, big upgrade coming up right here, guys. I just got 50 range on the account, which means that I can finally upgrade to Ava's accumulator. The next upgrade, the assembler, doesn't happen until after I complete Dragon Slayer 2 way in the future. However, this accumulator is going to be my best in slot for quite a long time, most likely. The biggest reason why is because if we look at Vorkath collection log, the Vorkath Vorkath head is unfortunately part of the collection log here with the Vorky pet. This means when I do eventually unlock Vorkath, if I decide to come over here and kill Vorkath, I can't use any of these items until I get the pet. That does mean I cannot use the Vorkath head for the Ava's assembler, and I can't even use it as a Slayer helmet, because if I attach it to the Slayer helmet as just a cosmetic look, that still counts as me equipping the Slayer helmet with the transmog of the Vorkath helmet. So yeah, it's gonna be a long time until I can even wear this. This Ava's accumulator is going to be my best in slot for a very long time. I told you I wanted to get a lot of questing done this episode, and let me tell you, I was not kidding. I even knocked out Legends quests. That's right, the big one. And naturally, I dumped all the XP lamps straight into Herblore, because who says no to 120,000 free Herblore XP? Still making progress on Recipe for Disaster, because Barrows gloves are essential for Barrows. I mean, it's literally in the name. Oh, and I also knocked out Desert Treasure 1, unlocking ancient spells. Can I actually use them yet? No, because I don't really have enough runes to use any of the spells, but at least they're unlocked. It was also a requirement for Recipe for Disaster, so it needed to be done anyway. After a marathonic quest, I finally took down the last boss for Recipe for Disaster and finished the whole thing. Obviously, I dumped the lamp straight into Herblore. With 134,000 GP left in my name, I immediately spent 130,000 of it on Barrows gloves. Sure, I might be broke now, but you know what? These gloves feel amazing on the iron. Considering how many upgrades are locked behind pets, these gloves are a lifesaver. With 207 quest points under my belt, I'm happy to slow down on quests for now and focus on Morytania hard diaries before stepping foot into Barrows. Now, technically, I don't need the hard diaries to do any Barrows at all, but it's going to make the grind way less painful. To prep for those diaries, I do need 58 Slayer. So far, I've made good progress with Slayer training and even unlocked bigger and badder, which means I can start getting superior monster spawns, so hopefully one day I'll snag an imbued heart and an eternal Slayer ring. But for now, I'm just out here vibing with my Barrows gloves, broke as ever, but living the iron dream. Alright, warp jelly task completed. Not bad. 170k in Aux, a full dark totem, which probably won't be able to use for quite a while. I don't know when I'll be able to kill Skatizo reasonably, but I have one for later. Still getting closer to my goal of 58 Slayer for Morytania hard diaries, but still have a ways to go. Oh, hey, there we go. 66 range. I can now technically use the Hunter's Sunlight crossbow, which I kind of want to go get. I can use this now. That's my upgrade there. The only bad thing is that I don't have ammo for it right now. Let me go check the stats on the crossbow though. I don't think it'll increase my max hit too much right now with the long kebbit bolts. I need to go get the new bolts. It's plus 24 to range over this one, which I'm going to assume I should be allowed to still be able to use these long kebbit bolts, but I need to go actually get the other bolts now, which is why I got the 72 Hunter, and I need to start stocking up on the ammo for that, which is why I got 74 Fletching from Trouble Brewing, because I required 74 Fletching for that one. So I'm at least got the, or sorry, it was 72, but hey, one upgrade, which will be nice. 147 range accuracy now. All right, I can't use the long kebbit bolts with this crossbow. That's unfortunate. All right, I guess I have to go get the new bolts. Hey, there we go. 58 Slayer, just one of the requirements that I need for Morytania hard diaries, and now I can actually kill cave horrors, which gives me the black mask so I can eventually get a Slayer helmet, which would be really good. But it is nice that I have one less thing to worry about towards Morytania hard diaries. I do still need to work towards 70 prayer and 70 defense. That is the toughest requirements now, especially since I'm sitting at only 50 defense and 52 prayer. I do have prayer sorted. I'm just gonna have to do a lot of AFK calcified rock mining, which I'll go over later. It should probably only take me maybe a couple weeks or so to AFK mine that while I'm doing some other stuff like editing or working or something like that, but that should come easy enough, and then I probably need to spend some time AFK some sand crabs or something to get myself to 70 defense. Other requirements I still need to do is 66 magic, which shouldn't be too tough, and 50 construction will be fine as well. I plan on going back to Wintertodt for that one, and of course I need to get 71 agility, which also isn't too bad because that's something that I need to work on anyway. Between Slayer tasks, I've been sneaking in some AFK time at Motherlode Mine and got myself full prospector outfit. And while I was at it, I mined 2,000 stardust from shooting stars to snag myself the Celestial Ring. This little beauty gives a hidden +4 mining boost, which means I'm officially better at mining than I actually deserve to be. Also, I knocked out my second medium clue and got rewarded with absolutely nothing. One thing I should have done earlier, which I finally finally tackled is the Fremenic Isles quest. Why? Because it unlocks the Helm of Neatsnot, which has solid melee defense and strength bonuses. Oh, wait, I can't even use it. I need 55 defense. Never mind. Well, we have it done ahead of time. Next up, the Dragon Defender. Surely 2,000 warrior guild tokens would be enough, and after what felt like an eternity, there it is, Dragon Defender in hand. Only problem, I don't have 60 defense to actually use it. So instead of stopping at 60, I went all the way to 70 defense. Not only does this let me wield the Dragon Defender, but it also means I can use future Barrows gear when I eventually get some. Big brain move, I know. To train up, I found this great AFK spot at the Perilous Moons area where I farm Sulfur Naguas. Not bad at all, decent rune drops, and good XP. Now the only thing left is getting 70 prayer to knock out one of the Morytania hard diary requirements, so it's time to head back over to the Blessed Bone Shards and keep the progress rolling. Here comes a new goal. 70 agility. This unlocks quite a bit of useful shortcuts in the game, and I did mention earlier on in this video my big goal for agility is level 85. The reason for this is to be able to access the Waterbirth Island shortcut for Dagonoth Kings, but I'll tell you more about that grind in the future. 71 agility and 72 agility. I only needed 71 agility for the Morytania hard diary task, but I ended up getting 72 so I can access the shortcut at Barrows. 66 magic obtained, another requirement for a task, and 50 construction obtained for another diary task. Besides a couple quests remaining, I now just need 70 prayer to have all skill requirements for the Morytania hard diaries. I wasn't lying when I said I was going to AFK mine for over 100,000 Blessed Bone Shards, and here we are. I think I actually technically need 102,000, so I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. 102,000 shards, and now the real fun begins. Just like earlier on in the video, I bought myself a ton of jugs of wine, but this time I added 2 Sunfire Splinters to each jug of wine, turning it into a jug of Sunfire wine. Doing this is going to allow each Blessed Bone Shard to be worth 6 prayer experience instead of 5 each. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but with over 100,000 of these things, that's the difference of 100,000 XP. Do the same teleporting method as I mentioned earlier on in the video. Bless the wines at the altar and just run back and spam click that pool. Every time you click on the pool, it does drain 2 of your prayer points, but there's an altar next door to recharge your prayers, so it's not too bad. Then you kind of just sit there and just watch that XP go. 30 minutes later, I got myself 70 prayer. I know some people are going to say that the Chaos Altar is better, and they're right. Technically, it is better. But with this method, I won't die to a PKer and lose any bones. I did have to complete the Haunted Mine quest as a requirement to kill a Terror Dog for a Morytania task, as well as complete the King's Ransom quest to unlock Knight's Training Ground, which I also completed to unlock Piety. Finally, I have everything that I need to unlock all of the diaries in Morytania up to hards, of course. Elites I'll worry about way in the future, but this is what I wanted right now. The last being unlocking Piety. So I'm going to go through all of this and complete Morytania hard diaries, and then I'll be ready to get started at Barrows. The time has finally come. Cue the montage of me completing all the Morytania tasks. Alright, that's enough of that. And boom. Hell yeah. Now I can go over here, talk to some NPC, and I'm going to get multiple XP lamps that I'm going to dump into Herblore, of course. And then we're going to get the Morytania Legs 3, which is what I really wanted. Alright, there's Morytania Legs 1. There's a lot of benefits to getting these diaries completed, which I'll go over here in just a moment, but let me just get through all of this dialogue. Morytania Legs 3, easy. That's cool. Alright, so this first one should be 5,000 XP for Herblore. Oh, sorry, 2,500 XP. Next one is 5,000, I believe. Oh, sorry, 7,500. Okay, I don't know anything. I don't know what this last one is. 10,000 maybe? 15,000, more than I thought. That should be at Herblore level. 59. Hell yes. Okay. Oh, I can actually make super strings. Oh, wait, that's the mix. Never mind. And now, the biggest reason before I started the Barrows grind was I really wanted these Morytania legs 3 because this is going to give me the teleport to Berg, and it is unlimited. And this is going to be where I bank in between all of my Barrows runs. The idea in between the runs is to use my monastery teleport from the Artie cloak to restore my prayer right there, and then I'll just use the Morytania legs 3, and we'll be at Berg right by a bank, which is right over here, right next to that. And all I have to do to get back to Barrows is just run up north instead of doing the huge walk to Barrows from Canifis area, down the tunnel or whatever it is, under the bar, through the swamp over there, and then all the way down to Barrows. That would take a whole lot longer. And then the 72 agility is for this shortcut right here, which I thought would help and would be nice. And now I'm really ready to start the Barrows grind so I can start getting some good combat gear for later on that I'm going to need for my early bossing. Taking a look at the collection log here. Thankfully, no Barrows pets. Can you imagine that Jagex adds Barrows pets off after all these years and then have to come back here to get the pet after I get some gear? All of this prep just for Barrows. Worth it. Okay, so I just finished doing a bit of agility pyramid to get some money because I basically had 0 gold after making that portal in my POH. And I think I have an idea of what I'm going to be doing with this money. I don't know if it's worth it, but I'm going to do it anyway. What I'm going to be doing here at the Heroes Guild is I think this is the guy over here, this dude, he sells a battle axe, dragon battle axe, and a dragon mace. I kind of want to buy both, but it is going to cost me 250,000 gold. These, I think, are going to be probably my best, at least for a while, crush weapons, at least from what I can think of off the top of my head. So I'm just gonna go ahead, buy these 2 things. Goodbye 250,000 gold, but I think it's worth it. I do know the Dragon Battle Axe is actually used for a couple clue steps in the future. Not that I will be able to even use it or do that clue steps anyway, but I think it'll still be nice to have as a crush weapon. The same thing for the Dragon Mace is also another crush weapon, which could be good. I figured these items might be useful for the time being, so I decided to spend the money on it. Hopefully it was worth. Nice chunk of Slayer XP. I should actually get a Slayer level and a rune crafting level, I believe. 59 Slayer. 41 rune crafting. I got 2 levels from that one for RC, so that's really good. If I'm not mistaken, I can go to the reward room and see if I can get something. It's just a long run there. Do we get anything? And we actually do. Okay, we get some atlatl darts. It's something. No luck on the first one, though. No uniques, at least. But now, one of my main methods that I'm going to be doing on this account is now open in terms of AFK. If there's ever a time that I'm going to be AFKing or I need to AFK, I am going to be camping the sulfur naguas over in this area right here. And the reason why is because they have a chance to drop an item called the sulfurous essence, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is a 1 in 32 drop rate to receive anywhere between 6 to 10 of them. And the big thing about those items, or that item specifically, is that each sulfurous essence is worth 50 rune crafting XP. So you can essentially 0 time rune crafting XP while you're combat training, and it's fairly AFK. On top of that, the Perilous Moons area has free resources for you, like moonlight potions and food. However, you're just only going to need the moonlight potions, which gives you prayer and acts as a super combat potion in 1. So while I'm AFKing those, trying to train up my combat stats, I am going to be collecting all of those essence, and then I will be able to turn those essence into this guy right here. I'm not even going to pretend that I know how to pronounce that guy's name, but you need the Perilous Moons quest completed in order to turn those in. The bad thing about those essence is that you cannot leave the Perilous Moons area at all, or you will lose every single one that you collect. So if you were to AFK Sulfur Naguas in this area and get 1,000 of those things, if you happen to teleport out or die and just leave the area at all, you lose all of those. Let me go kill some of those things now so I can show you guys what I mean. There we go. Didn't take too long to get the essence so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Now we just got to run back all the way to the reward room. All right, I haven't done this before, but I think all I need to do is just use the essence on him and it just automatically does it. I found some essence whilst fighting the lesser naguas. Oh, yep, there's 400 XP just from that one drop of 8 of them. So you can see it's not a lot, but I feel like if there's any time, like I said, that I need to AFK, that is going to help out a little bit over time, and everything will just eventually add up. The reason why I want to do this as an AFK option is not only for combat training, even though I'm going to do most of that through Slayer. The big reason why is runecrafting is one of the slower skills to train in the game, and while I do plan on doing a whole bunch of Guardians of the Rift to try and go for that pet eventually, the runecrafting XP here is pretty good, and one of the bigger reasons why is because eventually I want to get the Elite Fremnik diaries completed all the way up to elites, and I need 82 runecrafting for one of the requirements there. So in between any PVMing grinds or bossing grinds that I'm doing, I'm going to be slowly working towards completing all of the Elite Fremnik diaries and below, of course, and that's just going to be a lot of training that I'm going to need to do. But Dagannoth Kings are going to be the end goal for the first season of this account.